I know when we were inside, you stressed the fact that safety was one of your concerns on your new vehicle.
That's right.
Okay, well sir, on your new Camry that you've chosen to buy today, on your Camry, okay, remember the old days? You might be a little old enough to remember. Remember the old days when you see all the cars broken down on the side of the road?
Yep.
Yeah, because in the old days, okay, your cars had, the alternator had a belt, water pump had a belt, the air conditioner had a belt, power steering had a belt.
Right.
Everything had different belts, and they were always breaking, and once one belt broke, the whole car breaks.
The rest of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, on your new Camry, sir, that won't happen. You know why? You have what's called a serpentine belt. See this one belt, how wide it is? It's running everything. It runs everything. So in your new Camry, you won't have to worry about, they say approximately at least 100,000 miles before you even got to think about having it changed or looked at. Okay? You'd probably consider buying this car for that reason alone, wouldn't you, sir?
That belt's going to last 100K?
That's what they normally do.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, also, safety, as you said, is a big, tremendous value to you. And that's also dependability, too. So I know dependability's got to be one of your issues also. Correct?
That's right.
As well as safety. So you have the serpentine belt. Now, I'm sure you've heard about the crash tests on the Camrys. They've got a great crash test rating. Right. Almost every car nowadays on a front impact has a great crash test rating. Okay, unless it's a smart car, I don't think they have a very good crash. All right. Okay. So, well, you ever seen, you've heard about like front end collision? That's where all your fatalities happen and everything. Well, you know why? I'm going to explain to you why and why it won't happen on your new Camry, sir. Right? Well, that's because most of your cars on the road nowadays are front-wheel drive. Your engine and your transmission are all right here. So, God forbid, but on a front-end impact, it takes the engine transmission, throws it through the firewall. It's like having 600 pounds thrown at you at 80 miles an hour. And I know when playing, you're a baseball fan, correct? We were talking about the Royals, how they spanked the Angels last night, right?
No. It's history.
All right, well, that's almost, you see how much damage a fastball can hit, just, a 1-ounce ball could hit somebody's head going 80 miles an hour? Well, just think about a 600-pound steel coming at you at 80 miles an hour.
Right.
Okay, well, in your new Camry, sir, that won't happen. Because God forbid, if you do get in a front-end impact, you have what's called breakaway motor mounts. The motor mounts are going to break loose, let this engine and transmission fall out from underneath the car and go underneath the car. Therefore, no 80 mile per hour, 600-pound steel coming at you. Okay, great. Now, one of your other safety features, you see these little indentations that are built in the fenders? They've got them in the fenders. See, them ridges and stuff aren't just for looks. You've seen an accordion, you know what an accordion is, correct? Yeah. And you try to slam it shut, it won't go, right? It's, that air. Right. Well, it's called crumple zones. These are called crumple zones. They're built-in weakened spots, so God forbid, here again, on this front-end collision, your car will cushion the blow like an accordion. Okay, so the impact doesn't come all in here. So you probably consider buying the car for that feature alone, your new Camry, huh? Now, also, see these hooks? Mr. Rick, I know he's doing his notes. See these hooks on your vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, also on front-end impacts, what happens is most hoods will go and they'll shear through the windshield, and it's not a pretty sight when that happens, sir.
Right.
Well, on your new Camry, that won't happen, sir. These are safety hooks, and with the crumple zones, this whole thing it hooks in here on the front-end impact, and then it just crumples up and will not go through the windshield. Okay? Now, you'll notice that everything is very ergonomic, what I call ergonomically designed. But that, in layman's terms, sir, that is driver friendly. Now, if you're wise, for anybody who ever drives a car, okay, it's very simple to see where the radiator fluid goes. It's all clear. Okay, your windshield washer fluid. Okay, everything's marked. Your engine oil, checking it there. Okay, everything. It shows you're positive on your cable. How many times you get a jump start and you killed your battery, your brake fluid, and everything. Okay. You'll notice also in your new Camry, sir, now not every car has these, a lot of them have the proper ones. But if it does have something you notice, show it. And then eventually you'll learn your own product knowledge and you'll be able to tell tons of stuff about the car, okay? Tons of stuff. But all these things that I'm telling you are generic features that are on every car. For years and years, okay? But on this car, I would also note that, sir, you notice there's not one of them little hood prop deals that hold your hood up. It actually has hood struts, okay? You don't have to worry about it falling down and getting all greasy, holding that thing or whatever like that, all right? Then what we do, we obviously shut it. We're done with this part, okay? Also, you were talking about fuel economy and plus one of the safety rules. Well, you know,